Alright guys, welcome back. Doing a little bit of on the water tip video today. How I like to start the year. I like doing these videos. The video I did before, I've noticed a few of you are starting to click through that as the year starts. That one is really great for pond applications, but as you can tell, we've upgraded over the years, so my thinking has changed a little bit, and it's also my horizons have broadened substantially. So, and a lot of it is quite similar. Right now we're on our local river system. It is just blown up, water everywhere. All that snow and stuff that we got, California's kind of dealing with it as well. How I like to start the year. Let's start out with some bait casting type stuff, and then we'll move into finesse. Obviously, I always start out the year with some kind of spinnerbait. Over 40-degree water, and you're golden. In my opinion, really. I've caught them in 41. I've caught them in 40. It works. It works. Match the hatch as best you can, or just really match to the watercolor. Right now, we got some like less than a foot of clarity, so we're trying out that new spinnerbait, seeing how it works. Darker spinnerbaits, and something that again I would love to really get into is 1 ounce, 3/4 ounce spinnerbaits with big Colorados. I think for dirty flooded brush and dirty water, flooded brush would be a great way to start the year. Something new that I definitely want to try, but I haven't been able to get into that because, as I said in the last video, I struggle to find anything stock at the moment. So another really great way to start the year is just the good old jig. Just your good old flipping type jig with some kind of no action trailer. This one's got a super chunk on it. That's a great place to start. And then again, for you pond guys, I'll go over rods here in just a minute. For you pond guys, jigs can be tough in ponds because the grass is still kind of there. So a really great option for you pond guys fishing jigs is like that TRD skirted thing. Throw a TRD, lighter weight with that skirt. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's a TRD head with the skirt on it. That's a great way to fish a jig type profile, but keep it small, keep it compact and subtle for this colder water. And then it's not as heavy, so you're not dealing with a 1/2 ounce bait in the grass. Another great way to deal with that is to get you some punch skirts and just fish a Texas rig with a skirt on it, essentially. I've talked about this for quite a while now, ever since I started fishing, or ever started the YouTube thing. I've been talking about using punch skirts as just a Texas rig jig profile. You can go get the Boss Outdoors little punch rings and tie a skirt to it, or you can just buy pre-made skirts, and then you just tie your hook, put your bait on, put your skirt and your weight on, bobber stop it, and you got yourself a jig profile. Weedless, completely weedless, Texas rig weedless. This is a dynamite option for you pond guys. For all the rest of us fishing rivers and stuff like that, it's a great option as well because you can fish heavy braid. I'm fishing this on 50-pound braid, flipping it into flooded bushes. So I think that's pretty much it for me on how I like to start the year as far as bait casters go. Obviously, as the water warms up or your conditions are different, today we're fishing flooded brush. So really you're not cranking. If you're fishing rock and stuff, I love to throw crankbaits. And then if you got some stuff that's not just totally twigged up, this stuff is insane where I'm at. I mean, it's like this underneath the water, so good luck getting a crankbait or even a square bill through it. I don't like to fish crankbaits really next to wood. That's my spinnerbait technique. I like fishing crankbaits through a little bit of grass and mainly rock. So, moving on to finesse applications. Obviously, something new for me this year, speaking of crankbait, I'm just going to probably just go through what's on the deck of the boat, because that's probably a good idea, because we were fishing today. Well, that's our 5 Shad Rap, perch color. It's not really normal for my area to throw Shad Raps. It's not a common thing you will see people throwing Shad Raps. It's not a ton of shad really in my state. We got a lot of minnow type bait fish, and we definitely got yellow perch, or Oregon chub, or Willamette chub I think is another one, and rosy red minnows, or minnows of the sort, I'm pretty sure we got. We can just set that off to the side like that. Another great option for this time of year, and this is why I invested in it. It's what got us bit today, but yours truly screwed that up. You're fishing these flooded conditions, or fish that are just sucked to the bottom, that weighted wacky hook, and some kind of stick bait. This is the one that I used today, and I used Gary Yamamoto Senko. I don't have much of them left, to be honest. I'm gonna try and transition over to these, because turns out these look amazing under the water. They shimmy just as good. So that's kind of how I like to start the year. Crankbait for rock if you get around any rock, or if you don't have just nasty flooded brush like I've got right now, you can fish crankbait. Drop shot is an awesome option if the water is clean enough for it. I don't really feel like fishing a drop shot in less than a foot of viz. I feel like there's better baits I can throw. Drop shot rod right now has got a Z-Man TRD, just your little finesse TRD on it. Didn't throw that much really, because there's quite a bit of current moving around. I just don't have that heavy of TRD heads. One thing I really would like to try is those weedless TRD heads. Even the tungsten weedless ones with the EWG on it, I'm gonna definitely invest in some of those, because I feel like that would be a sweet post frontal option. If they're not really hitting the Senko, or you're fishing in current, weighted weedless finesse is probably going to be the story of my life this year. I don't have much else to really point out as far as bait. Alright, so as far as like rod actions and stuff that you should throw these things on, really your best bet is just to match the lure weight rating on your rod to the lures you're throwing. That's literally all I do. If I'm throwing a 1/2 ounce bait, I want 1/2 ounce to be somewhere close to the middle of the lure weight rating on that rod. So for instance, got a 1/2 ounce jig tied up to a rod that is 3/8 to 1 ounce. It's almost right in the middle. 5/8 would be closer to the middle. That's all you need to do. Really, that's all you need to do. You can dive deeper for sure. This rod particular is the Megabass Levante Extreme Mission Type F. These have a little bit softer tip on them, but really good backbone. It's different, but it's a good different. You don't have to get in all into that. I know Tactical Bassin does a great job at selling rods. They really do. But for all you guys that are just wanting to get out and fish, go buy a $40, $50 rod that at least looks like it bends smooth. And what I mean by smooth is that it try and bend it on the floor if you can, if there's carpet or anything. Try not to break rods at the store by any means, but a good parabolic smooth bend. You know, when you're kids and stuff, you see those like ugly stick ultralights, and they were really flimsy out on the end, and then there was a ton of backbone behind it, but it wasn't smooth. It looked like it was like gonna kink. That's the best way I can explain it off the top of my head. Good, big, sweeping, parabolic bend will make your jig fishing change big time. Same for like jig hook, anything. Spinner baits, chatter baits, jigs, even Texas rigs. A good parabolic bend keeps them fish pinned. Makes that part of fishing rods is what makes them a little more expensive. You spend just a little bit more. So let's say you spend 40, 50 bucks and you get one that's not as smooth of a bend as per se a $99 to $150 rod. And then once you get up from there, in my opinion, that's when the weight of the rod overall starts to go down. 200 size reels on everything that I throw pretty much that is jig hook related. I'm not really all that particular at the moment. There's a lot of rods that I'm going to try out this year. You guys will see that. I run Daiwa Tatula reels. Honestly, my favorite right now. I was a big Shimano guy for a while, but then I tried a Daiwa and they feel a little bit better. So keep an open mind. Try stuff out. Don't be too diehard. And then that's pretty much it, guys. That's how I like to start the year. I know I ranted a little bit just trying to talk to you guys. Give you some insight of the kind of fisherman that I am. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm learning as I go. I probably should do a video on kind of how my story began, how this all started. I know that I claim that I've been fishing the Northwest for bass for over 10 years, and technically I have, but most of that was my childhood. So I'll definitely have to get on that. If you guys are interested in seeing a video of how I came to be in my timeline, essentially, before YouTube, let me know in the comments. That's a good video idea. We should do that. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to all the people that are watching the unboxing video. I have never had a video go over 100 views in 3 days. Thank you guys all so much. That's wonderful. I'll have to definitely keep that in mind. It's obviously a popular video right now, and I'll have to definitely do more of that. Yeah, make sure you hit the link for my Instagram down in the description, BassinNW. I'm going to try and be as active over there this year as I am on YouTube. And thanks for watching, guys. Tight lines, and go ahead and laugh at my fail for the day. Man, I feel like the biggest noob ever. You can tell how long it's been since I've dealt with larger fish on light line. Have a good one, guys. I knew there was going to be something across. I knew it. I hope this is a bass. It is. Take me hold on. Knew there was going to be a fish out off this rock. Oh, I broke him off. Bye-bye. I shouldn't have picked him up like that. I knew I should have picked him up like that. Dang it. That was like a 3.5, 4 pounder. I'm an idiot. As soon as I grabbed the line, I was like, don't do that. I'm out of practice, guys. I could have reached down and grabbed him, honestly, but they probably would have made him freak out. Let's see if we can't get another one. That one kind of hurts, because that would have been my first fish of the year. First trip out, first fish of the year. I don't even have any more black and blue Senkos. He took my last one. I mean, I'll be completely honest at the moment. Noob mistake, and I'm a little bit beat up. I really wanted to hold that fish. I haven't caught a fish since probably June of last year.